Hey everyone, welcome back. Are you ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Well, today we're diving into Booty Chronicles.
Oh, interesting.
It's Vanessa's story, all about her experience with cosmetic surgery. And it's
Uh-huh.
really funny. Like you'll actually laugh out loud reading this book.
Yeah.
But it's not just about the laughs.
Right. Yeah.
She also shares some really insightful stuff about, what it takes to really recover after surgery,
hmm
especially, like the whole nutrition thing.
So she had a Brazilian butt lift.
Yeah.
It's a procedure, well, for anyone listening who doesn't know, it's a procedure where they take fat from one part of your body and then use it to, well, enhance the shape and size of the buttocks.
Like she basically said, this pancake needs some syrup, time to level up.
Wow. That's quite an analogy.
It's so Vanessa. I mean, can you imagine lying there, like on the operating table, thinking about all the pillows you're going to need just to sit down?
You know, it's pretty amazing, though, how she can find humor in, like, a pretty intense situation.
Seriously, I think that's what makes her story so relatable. Like she's not afraid to just be real.
Definitely. It helps her, I think, it helps her to kind of cope with the changes and the challenges that come with, well, having a major surgery.
For sure. And her recovery, let me tell you, wasn't all sunshine and rainbows.
Oh, I bet.
There's this one part where she totally forgot about her post-surgery restrictions and just plopped down on the couch.
Oh,
Screamed so loud her neighbors thought someone was breaking in.
I bet.
I mean, talk about a reality check.
Right. It's a reminder that even with the best plans, things happen. Recovery isn't always easy.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But, what really stands out in her story,
Yeah.
it's how much she emphasizes nutrition.
Interesting.
She basically became this nutrient queen, all about protein shakes and vitamin C
Makes sense.
and zinc.
So she really went all in on taking care of herself, huh?
Oh, absolutely. And it wasn't just a passing interest. She was committed.
I can imagine.
I mean, she even carried boiled eggs with her everywhere she went.
Boiled eggs.
Everywhere. Like for a protein boost.
I mean, that's dedication.
There's this hilarious story about her being in yoga class in downward dog, and, well, let's just say the room started to smell a little eggy.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we see her commitment to protein, but did she explain the science behind it all?
I mean, not in super scientific terms, but it's clear she knew what her body needed to heal.
That's important, though, right?
Totally. I mean,
Yeah.
think about it. If you're going through any kind of major change, surgery or not,
Right.
you got to fuel your body, right?
Absolutely. Vitamin C, too. It's crucial for producing collagen.
Which helps with what? Healing and skin elasticity?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it makes sense why she was loading up on fruits and veggies.
It's like she knew, instinctively, that her body needed that extra support to recover. It wasn't just about, looking good. It was about feeling good, too.
That's a really important distinction.
Yeah.
A lot of people, unfortunately, focus solely on the external changes without addressing the internal well-being.
And you know what else? Even simple things, like finding clothes that fit, became a challenge.
Right. Like, how do you dress a new body?
Literally. Her jeans, couldn't handle her new architecture, as she called it.
That's a good way to put it.
It's funny, but also, a real thing. And it wasn't just clothes. She talks about bumping into someone on the bus, so she was just taking up more space.
Oh, wow. And how did that go?
You won't believe it, the other person apologized to her.
Really? That's kind of amazing. But it goes to show how these physical changes can, totally change how we navigate the world and how others react to us.
Totally. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on this whole Booty Chronicles thing so far?
It's definitely making me think about how we approach big life changes and how important it is to be ready for, the unexpected, good and bad.
Definitely. And speaking of the unexpected, remember that part where her jeans button, literally popped off?
No. What happened?
Hit her dog, Fifi, right in the face.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, classic Vanessa. But it does bring up a good question, doesn't it?
What's it at?
How do we balance these practical challenges with the emotional side of things?
That's a great point. And that actually leads us perfectly into the next part of her story, where she really opens up about the mental and emotional roller coaster of recovery.
Okay, I'm ready to dive into that.
Yeah.
It's really interesting how honest she is about the whole experience.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't try to make it seem like it was all, easy peasy.
Right. She talks about, having moments of doubt and feeling frustrated with how slow things were going.
Mm-hmm. And even, questioning if she made the right decision in the first place.
And I think that's what makes her story so powerful, because it's like so real and relatable to anyone who's ever gone through a big change in their life.
Yeah, totally. It's not always like sunshine and rainbows, even when it's something you really want.
Exactly. And she talks about how important it was for her to have like a good support system around her.
Oh, yeah, her friends and family.
People she could, lean on when things got tough.
Right, because going through something like that alone would be
Oh, definitely.
really hard.
It makes a huge difference to have people who, understand and can offer support.
Yeah, and she also mentions how journaling helped her a lot.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Like to process her emotions and track her progress, both physically and mentally.
Journaling can be such a powerful tool for like self-reflection and personal growth.
It's like helps you make sense of everything that's going on.
You can track your thoughts and feelings and, start to see patterns and understand yourself better.
And you know what else? It seems like humor played a big part in her emotional recovery, too. Oh, for sure.
Like she never lost that ability to laugh at herself, even when things were like super challenging.
It's a sign of resilience, I think, to find humor in those tough moments.
And it probably helped her stay positive too, right?
Absolutely. Laughter is a great coping mechanism.
It's like it lightens the load a bit.
It helps you keep things in perspective.
And it's interesting because she talks about how her focus on nutrition wasn't just about like the physical healing.
Right.
She said it helped her feel more energized and mentally clear too.
That makes sense. There's a strong link between what we eat and how we feel mentally.
Oh yeah, I've definitely noticed that myself.
Like, what we eat can impact our mood, our energy levels, our ability to focus.
It's all connected.
Exactly. So it seems like her recovery was about way more than just the physical changes, you know?
Right. It was like a whole mind-body transformation.
She really took a holistic approach to her well-being.
And she's honest about the fact that, it wasn't always a smooth upward trajectory.
It's not a linear journey. There were ups and downs, setbacks, you know?
But it's about having that resilience to keep going, keep learning, and keep growing.
So if someone's listening and they're thinking about making a big change in their life, whether it's surgery or a career shift or even just a personal transformation,
What can they learn from Vanessa's experience?
that's a good question. What do you think are the key takeaways?
Well, I think it all boils down to self-care, taking care of yourself on all levels.
Right, not just physically.
Exactly. It's about nourishing your body with healthy foods, nurturing your mind with positive thoughts and practices like journaling,
And building a strong support system.
having people you can count on to help you through the tough times.
And let's not forget the importance of humor.
Oh, definitely. Finding those moments of joy and laughter can make all the difference.
It's about finding that balance, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself seriously, but not taking yourself too seriously.
So we've talked about Vanessa's decision to have surgery, the funny mishaps during recovery, and the emotional roller coaster she experienced. But what about the long-term impact? Did she achieve what she set out to do?
Well, it's not a simple answer.
How so?
She's definitely happy with the physical changes, but she also realizes that, surgery isn't a magic solution.
It's not like suddenly everything in your life is perfect.
Exactly. It's just one piece of the puzzle.
So it's not just about changing your body, but also changing your mindset.
Right. True transformation comes from within,
It's about self-acceptance and self-love.
and a willingness to embrace the journey with all its imperfections.
It sounds like she really went through a profound personal evolution.
Oh, absolutely. Alongside the physical changes, she learned to prioritize her well-being, to advocate for her needs, and to find humor even in the most challenging situations.
And that's something we can all learn from.
Without a doubt, Vanessa's story reminds us that true beauty comes from a place of confidence, self-acceptance, and a genuine love for the journey, regardless of the destination.
So we've covered a lot of ground here, from the practicalities of recovery to the deeper emotional and mental aspects of Vanessa's transformation. But what are the key takeaways you want our listeners to remember?
I think it comes down to this. Any major life change requires a holistic approach. It's about taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally.
And recognizing that it's a journey, not a destination.
Right. There will be bumps along the way, moments of doubt, and maybe even a few wardrobe malfunctions. But it's about having the resilience to keep going, to learn from the challenges, and to find joy in the process. That's a beautiful way to put it. And it really captures the essence of Vanessa's Booty Chronicles. She reminds us that life is about embracing the unexpected, finding humor in the chaos, and celebrating our own unique journeys no matter where they lead us.
And speaking of celebrating, Vanessa ends her book with a fantastic piece of advice. She encourages everyone to shake what your surgeon and nutrients gave you.
Oh, that's so Vanessa. It's a reminder that confidence and self-love are the best accessories, no matter what our bodies look like.
And that embracing our unique journeys with all their twists and turns is what truly makes us beautiful.
Exactly. So what does this all mean for you? I think for me, it's like, wow, we can really make a difference in how we feel, you know?
Yeah. Like Vanessa, being all about that nutrition
Mhm.
or, finding what works for you, like what helps you cope.
Yeah, like having those healthy habits and routines in place.
It's like taking charge,
It
right?
is. And it's inspiring, seeing someone like Vanessa actually do it.
She didn't just sit back and wait for things to happen.
No, she took control.
And that's pretty powerful.
Definitely. Like shifting from feeling, stuck to actually shaping your own life. But there's another thing in her book, that we haven't really touched on,
What's that?
like all those pressures, from society
Mm.
about how our bodies are supposed to look.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Vanessa really tackles that head on, like challenging those ideal body images.
Which can be tough, right?
It is, because everywhere you look, there's a different message about what's beautiful.
It's so easy to get caught up in those comparisons.
Totally. And I think Vanessa's story is a good reminder that, true beauty, it's not about fitting into some mold. It's about owning what makes you unique.
Yeah, like celebrating your own individuality.
Exactly. And finding what makes you feel comfortable and confident.
So, like, stop trying to please everyone else
Right.
and figure out what beauty means to you.
Yeah. He even talks about how all that pressure to, like, conform to those beauty standards can really mess with your self-esteem.
Oh, yeah. I feel like you're not good enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we got to remember, a lot of those images we see, they're not even real. Like, they're airbrushed and edited.
That's all smoke and mirrors.
So instead of searching for validation outside, it's about accepting yourself, from the inside.
Loving who you are.
And that's what Vanessa's story is all about,
Being real, being vulnerable.
and embracing your own journey.
So if you're feeling that pressure, like everyone's telling you how you should look,
Take a step back.
think about what makes you feel good.
Yeah. Celebrate your authentic self.
So we've talked about a lot with Vanessa's Beauty Chronicles.
We have.
But as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave everyone with this thought. What if we all took a page from Vanessa's book?
What do you mean?
Like mixing self-care with a sense of humor
Oh, yeah.
and being resilient and not letting society dictate who we should be.
I love that. Imagine a world where everyone just focused on, feeling good and being true to themselves.
It's a world I'd want to live in.
Me too.
So remember, take care of yourself, find